Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe there. Nice to meet you. Welcome to our English class. Today I am going to handle extended reading a Saturday morning written by Mark Twain. The passage is taken from the famous novel Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. മാർക്ക് ട്വെയിനിൻ്റെ അഡ്വഞ്ചേഴ്സ് ഓഫ് ടോം സോയർ എന്ന പ്രശസ്ത നോവലിൽ നിന്നെടുത്തിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പാസേജ് ആണ് എ സാറ്റർഡേ മോർണിംഗ്. ലെറ്റ് us start our passage. Listen carefully. A Saturday morning. Tom. No answer. Tom. No answer. Where can he be? Aunt Polly asked herself. He must be somewhere here. She went to the door, looked out into the garden and shouted again, Tom! Tom! No answer. The old lady stood there thoughtfully. Suddenly, she heard a sound behind her. She turned round quickly. There was Tom near the cupboard door. He had jam all over his face. What have you been doing? Aunt Polly asked angrily. When Tom did not answer, she went on. You have been stealing jam again? Don't tell me that you haven't. Haven't I told you 100 times to keep away from the cupboard? Where is the stick? Aunt Polly took her stick and raised it high. She was about to strike Tom hard. Can you tell me new words? New words are went on. Went on means continue. Steal, കട്ടെടുക്കുക. Was about to strike, അടിക്കാനൊരുങ്ങുകയായിരുന്നു. Okay, here we go. Next paragraph. Look behind you, Auntie, shouted Tom. Aunt Polly looked behind her. This was Tom's chance. He rushed out of the house. He climbed over the fence. Soon he was far away. Aunt Polly was angry, but she laughed. He is a bad boy, she said to herself, but I love him. He is my poor dead sister's boy and I must look after him. I don't like to hit him, though I have to at times. If I don't punish him, he will grow up lazy and wicked. Yes, I must be straight. Aunt Polly sighed. I will have to punish him for stealing the jam. But how? I know tomorrow is Saturday and there is no school on Saturdays. The boys have a holiday. But I will make Tom work. That will punish him. Dear children, here are some new words. New words are rushed out. പുറത്തേക്ക് ഓടുക. Fence, വേലി. Look after, to take care of somebody. At times, sometimes, ചിലപ്പോൾ. Lazy, മടി. Wicked, വികൃതി. Okay children, may I ask one question? Okay, he is a bad boy, but I love him. Who said so and why? Okay, Aunt Polly said these words because Tom was her dead sister's son and Aunt Polly was the person taking care of Tom. Even though Tom was a bad boy, Aunt Polly loved him very much. Okay, let us go next paragraph. Listen carefully. The next day, Saturday, was a holiday for the school. All the boys in the village were free. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. The trees and flowers looked fresh and lovely. Tom, of course, wanted to go swimming. All other boys were going swimming.
Tom came sadly out of the house. He held a long brush in one hand. In the other, he carried a bucket full of whitewash. His aunt asked him to whitewash the fence.
Tom looked sadly at the fence. How high it is, how long it is, he thought, until the height of the fence was 9 feet and its length was 30 yards. Tom put his brush into the whitewash. He drew it slowly across the fence. It made a very small white mark. Tom tried again. Another very small white mark. Tom sat down and sighed heavily. Okay children, can I ask one question? What punishment did Aunt Polly give Tom? എന്ത് ശിക്ഷയാണ് Aunt Polly ടോമിന് നൽകിയത്? Aunt Polly decided to punish Tom by making him work on a Saturday morning, which was a school holiday for the boys. Tom was asked to paint 9 foot high and 30 yards long fence around the house. സ്കൂളിന് അവധി ദിവസമായ ശനിയാഴ്ച 9 അടി ഉയരവും 30 വാര നീളവുമുള്ള വീടിന് ചുറ്റുമുള്ള വേലി വൈറ്റ് വാഷ് ചെയ്യുവാനുള്ള ശിക്ഷയാണ് ആൻഡ് പോളി ടോമിന് നൽകിയത്. Okay, now we can go through next paragraph. He took out all the things that he had in his pockets. He had some marbles, some pieces of string, and 2 or 3 broken toys. No one will whitewash the fence for these, he thought. No, I must think of a better plan. He thought and thought. Soon he had an idea. He picked up his brush again and began working hard. Ben Rogers was coming down the street. Tom pretended not to see him. He worked harder than ever. Ben was eating an apple. He looked very happy. He was pretending that he was a big ship and was rolling like one. He gave orders in a loud voice and the ship obeyed him. He came up to Tom. He rubbed his eyes. "Why, Tom?" he cried in great surprise. "You are working?" Tom said nothing. He went on with his whitewashing. He seemed very much interested in his work. "Tom, you are working?" Ben repeated. "Oh, it's you, Ben. I didn't notice you. I'm just going for a swim. You don't want to come, do you? You like working, don't you?" "This is not work," Tom said quietly and went on painting. "Not work?" Ben exclaimed. "Oh no, I like it. Whitewashing is fun. You have never whitewashed a fence, have you?" "Well, no, I haven't." For a while, Ben stood there watching Tom. Tom paid no attention to him. All his attention was given to his work. Dear children, there is a picture in your textbook, page number 83. What does it say? Tom's friend Ben sees Tom whitewashing the fence.
ബുക്കിലെ 83-ാം പേജിലെ ചിത്രത്തിൽ എന്താണ് പറയുന്നത്? വീടിന് ചുറ്റുമുള്ള വേലി വൈറ്റ് വാഷ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ടോമിനെ ബെന്ന് കാണുന്നു. What was Ben doing? Ben was eating an apple. Here are some new words. Rub, തിരുമ്മുക. Fun, തമാശ. Take your next paragraph. At last, Ben said, "Let me whitewash a little." "Oh no, Ben. I am going to make this fence look fine. I have promised Aunt Polly. Besides, it is so interesting. Let me do just a little," begged Ben. "No, I am sorry, Ben, but I can't. Aunt said that I must do it myself. If you do it, you will make a mistake. You will spoil everything. It is looking so nice now. I shan't make a mistake. I will be careful." You can have my apple if you let me. Slowly and unwillingly, Tom handed the brush to Ben. Ben worked hard. It soon grew hot, but he went on working. Spoil means നശിപ്പിക്കുക. Unwillingly, മനസ്സില്ലാതെ.
Tom sat there watching and eating Ben's apple. When Ben had done enough, other boys came along. At first they laughed at Tom, as Ben had done. But soon they too were whitewashing the fence. Of course, they had to pay Tom before he let them help him. They gave him their best things: 12 marbles, a tin soldier, a key, a dog's collar, the handle of a knife, and 4 pieces of an orange. Tom had an easy time. He did not work, but soon the fence had 3 coats of whitewash on it. Dear friends, can you list out the things Tom got in return for letting the other boys paint the fence? പെയിന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ അനുവദിച്ചതിൽ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിൽ നിന്ന് ടോമിന് എന്തെല്ലാം കിട്ടി? പറയൂ. An apple from Ben, 12 marbles, a tin soldier, a key, a dog's collar, the handle of a knife, 4 pieces of orange. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും സാറ്റർഡേ മോർണിംഗ് എന്ന ഈ സ്റ്റോറി നന്നായി ആവർത്തിച്ച് വായിക്കുക. റെഡിയല്ലേ? Okay children, now let us go to the activity. Activity number 1. You have read this story a Saturday morning, haven't you? Here are some pictures which represent a few events in the story. They are given in a jumbled order. Number them in the order as they happen in the story. Now you may retell the story based on the pictures. നമ്മുടെ ഈ സ്റ്റോറിയായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടിട്ട് നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് ഇവന്റ്സ് ഇവിടെ പിക്ചറായിട്ട് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങളത് ഇത് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് ജംബിൾഡ് ഓർഡറിലാണ്. നിങ്ങളത് അറേഞ്ച് ചെയ്ത് ഓർഡർ ആക്കിയിട്ട് നിങ്ങളിത് സ്റ്റോറി ആക്കി എഴുതണം. ഓക്കെ. അപ്പൊ ഈ ചിത്രത്തിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് ഒന്നാമത്തെ പിക്ചർ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. പിന്നെ 1 തൊട്ട് 6 വരെ പിക്ചർ ഉണ്ട് അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ. Aunt Polly sees Tom near the cupboard while stealing jam. Aunt Polly ജാം കട്ടെടുക്കുകയായിരുന്ന ടോമിനെ കാണുന്നു. അപ്പൊ ഒന്നാമത്തെ പിക്ചർ കിട്ടിയില്ലേ? ഹിയർ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ്. ഓക്കെ. ആൻഡ് പോളി ടോമിനെ ശക്തിയായി അടിക്കാൻ ഒരുങ്ങിയപ്പോൾ ടോം ഒരു ട്രിക്ക് കാണിച്ചു. ആൻഡ് പോളിയോട് ബാക്കിലേക്ക് നോക്കാൻ ആവശ്യപ്പെട്ടു. ഏതാണ് ആ പിക്ചർ? ഓക്കെ, ഹിയർ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ്. നമ്പർ 2. ആൻഡ് പോളി തിരിഞ്ഞതും ടോം എസ്കേപ്പായി. മൂന്നാമത്തെ പിക്ചർ കിട്ടിയില്ലേ? ഓക്കെ. പക്ഷേ ആൻഡ് പോളി അവന് ശിക്ഷ നൽകി. എന്തായിരുന്നു ആ ശിക്ഷ? യെസ്, ടു പെയിന്റ് ദ ഫെൻസ്. വീടിന് ചുറ്റുമുള്ള വേലി പെയിന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ. അന്നാണെങ്കിൽ ശനിയാഴ്ചയായിരുന്നു. സ്കൂളിനാണെങ്കിൽ അവധിയുമായിരുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ ടോം വേലി പെയിന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ടോമിന്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട് ബെൻ കാണുന്നു. നാലാമത്തെ പിക്ചർ കിട്ടിയോ? യെസ്, ഹിയർ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ്. ഓക്കെ. Ben too wanted to whitewash the fence. ബെന്നിനും വൈറ്റ് വാഷ് ചെയ്യണം. പിന്നെ എന്താ കാണുന്നത്? ടോം സിറ്റ്സ് അണ്ടർ എ ട്രീ ഈറ്റിംഗ് ബെൻസ് ആപ്പിൾ ആൻഡ് വാച്ചിങ് ബെൻ പെയിന്റിംഗ് ദ ഫെൻസ്. Which is the fifth picture? Here it is. Okay. ടോം മരത്തിന് ചുവട്ടിലിരുന്ന് ബെന്ന് കൊടുത്ത ആപ്പിൾ കഴിക്കുകയും ബെന്ന് പെയിന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് നോക്കിയിരിക്കുകയും ചെയ്തു. പിന്നീട് മറ്റു കൂട്ടുകാരും ആ വർക്ക് ഏറ്റെടുക്കുകയും ചെയ്തു. ആ സമയം ടോം മരത്തിന് ചുവട്ടിൽ റെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയായിരുന്നു. Which is the sixth picture? ഓക്കെ. അപ്പൊ ആറാമത്തെ പിക്ചർ എല്ലാവരും കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചില്ലേ? Later, many friends take up their work while he took rest under a tree. Okay, dear friends, here is the story based on the picture. You can write it in your notebook.
Aunt Polly sees Tom near the cupboard while stealing jam. He played a trick while Aunt was about to strike him with a stick. He asked her to look back. When she turned, Tom escaped from there. But Aunt Polly gave him a punishment to paint the fence on Saturday, a holiday for school. Tom's friend Ben sees Tom whitewashing the fence. Ben wanted to whitewash the fence. Tom sits under a tree, eating Ben's apple and watching Ben painting the fence. Later, many friends take up the work while he took rest under a tree.
After that, you had to write Tom's thoughts. Remember to write it in your notebook. I think you have enjoyed the story well. Now it is the time to wind up the class. Let us meet again in the next class. Thank you. Bye.